Hello, New Wave British Heavy Metal.com here. Today it's the 31st of January 2023. As usual, if I could start with the request for a favour, and that's if you would please subscribe to the channel. That'd be marvellous. Every subscriber helps and is appreciated. So please hit the button if you would. Right, a few days ago we had the new Uriah Heep album, and now we've got a new album from 10. Great, right? What a week. Really has been. Enjoying them both. So today we'll look at 10 and their take came out, I don't know, about 4 or 5 days ago. 16th studio album, Something Wicked This Way Comes. And as usual with 10 and Gary Hughes, they're doing what they do best here. Very, very classy melodic rock of the highest order. And that familiar, if you're into 10, excuse me, that familiar sort of like symphonic progressive edge is to it as well. Gary Hughes, ever-present Gary Hughes, always plays to his in the band's strengths, which is always a strong point, you know, in his songwriting in particular, and it suits his very smooth vocal style that he's always had and still has. And on guitar, we've still got Dan Rossingana and Steve Grocott remaining from previous recent albums. And they are a fine guitar duo. They are. They've plenty of tight riffs going on. Some excellent fretwork going on with the solos as they trade backwards and forwards. Really enjoyable. Now, when I first listened to this album, first couple of times, I thought, ooh, this isn't very good. You know, what's this all about? It all sounds a bit samey, a bit one-pacey. But in reality, it's a bit of a slow burner. And after a few spins, it hit me what an album this is with depth to it that you don't immediately appreciate. Really a bit of a slow burner, and all those hidden complexities aren't apparent immediately. So probably 5 or 6 spins it took me, and then, you know, I had one of them aha moments, if you will. And, you know, excellent album as it is, in my opinion at least, it might not be one that you immediately think that about after the first couple of spins like I had, but it's worth sticking to, because once your eyes open to, well, your ears really, isn't it? Because you're listening to it, not watching it. Once your ears open to it, you understand what a fine album it is, and it's a bit more, not instantly accessible, but certainly accessible when the penny drops. You know, as to the music, everything you'd expect from 10 is here. Effortless hooks, melodies, riffs, fine solo work, say from Dan Rossingana and Steve Grocott. And there's also that symphonic proggy edge to it all, which, you know, makes it typical 10. Now, of course, the 10 album generally starts with a big number to get the attention from the off, and there's no exception here. Look to the Rose Part 2. Excellent indeed. Big production number, like I've said. About 6.5 minutes. Consummate, hard-edged, atmospheric, melodic rock with some bite to it. The guitars are trading solos, and they're always excellent, but still in my eyes underrated. Give him more to do, Gary. Darryl Treese Birch, he brings it on the keys. He really does. And the other 9 tracks throughout are generally strong and they reward more with each listen. You get to pick up on the nuances that you don't immediately. Particularly like one of the tracks, Parabellum, is a kind of like dark brooding affair, which isn't surprising given the subject matter. And the title track itself, you know, Something Wicked This Way Comes, that's about 7.5 minutes, and it's fine. Well, more than that. Excellent. And again, you know, the more you listen to it, the more you get it. And, you know, the final 3 tracks, The Only Way Out, When Darkness Comes, and The Greatest Show on Earth, they're probably the 3 heaviest, if you like. But said the whole album, you can't go wrong with it, really. Even the more melodic stuff like Newfound Hope, that still got some bite to it as well. So, for me, after that slow start, Gary Hughes and 10 onto another winner with this album. So consistent, so well done. So classy, melodic proggy rock, expertly written and performed. Top stuff. Thanks, lads. So there we are. Excellent new album from 10. should be back to some of the Wobham soon, because I've had an interesting one land that I couldn't remember from the old days, but we'll probably get to that in a couple of 3 days. In the meantime, enjoy something wicked this way comes if you pick it up. I will put a link in the description as always to the album on Amazon, so you can go there if you would like to. In the meantime, until we get to Storm and say a bit of lost new wave of British heavy metal in a few days, please subscribe to the channel before you go. And as always, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and take care.